So let me ask this question. How do you use the idea of interactive scheduling through EasyShifts in hiring and in the onboarding process? And has it allowed you to hire better? And what I mean by that is hire maybe better qualified individuals, maybe better individuals that fit your culture. What does that look like? Tom?
I would say for us, when it comes to the hiring and onboarding process, it lets us put that schedule right up front. The person can see exactly what they're doing. There isn't this, well, when do I come in for this training? When do I do this training? What am I doing today? We can set up times to, yes, here's your schedule, but then, right after that, we have, on this day, we have a meeting period with me, your director, or somebody. So they know right up front what the expectations are in terms of the schedule. They know that we're going to be scheduling, meetings with us as managers, so they can say, these people actually do care. They're not just saying, okay, great, you're here, you're hired, now go work. But no, we're going to give you these training days. We're going to meet with you regularly. We're going to ask you how things are going. If you need more training, if you need more this, you need more of that, we're going to be able to do that. So it helps us. If it doesn't help us hire better, it helps us make our hirees better in that they know what's expected of us. And sometimes you might have a situation where you can kind of detect whether that new person you've hired isn't fitting that culture, and it's just not working because you're making that constant contact and using, EasyShifts like this to have all that scheduled so they know what's coming, kind of helps keep both management and the team on the same page.
Great. Chad and Marissa, do you guys have anything to add?
I was just going to say that you get a real sense when you start talking about technology and use of technology, whether it's the electronic medical record that we're using or the scheduling platform we're using. As you start talking about these tools that we use, you get a real sense for whether or not they have computer skills, whether or not how they communicate, though, that sort of that lack of computer skills. We're willing to train some people, but sometimes we just know that it's not going to work. You get that sense right away too. And I usually explain that we have these tools in place to make their job easier is what our goal is. We want them to be able to spend more time with the residents, more meaningful time with the residents. And so instead of handwriting things out and having to cross things out and redo things that you have to do when you're not using a technology-based platform for things. It just gives me a sense for where they're at. And most of the time people, especially our younger people, they're ready for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Agree. Marissa, what do you think?
They do the schedule themselves. They look at it ahead of time, and then it helps our current employees as well know when they are training someone. We put the note right in there on their shift, so our new hires know I'm training with Megan. I need to find her on the 100 hall, and Megan is anticipating that she is going to be training Sarah. So it's not a surprise to either of them who they're training with. I remember at my nursing home, we would run into it all the time because although we did use EasyShifts, it was very difficult for me to convince them to move to that platform.
Sure.
And they had some paper products that still they held on to for a couple of years after we started EasyShifts, and that training piece was the specific piece that was really important. So those first few hours are critical for how our employees are viewing us as an organization. If they feel like we are capable and compassionate, and that is a big piece of it.